Picture this. You've built a life together for decades. Kids, a home, shared dreams. Then, boom, after 30 years, you look across the table and you think, who is that person? Why does he chewing like that? Suddenly, you're very, very annoyed and you concluded, I am done. Sound familiar? Maybe it's happening to someone that you know. Hi, my name is Tina Shelton. I'm 54. I'm currently riding the unpredictable wave of perimenopause. I'm also the author of the book, The Expert Guide to Menopause and Marriage. And on this channel, we use compassion to talk openly about the real changes couples face, especially in midlife. Today, we are diving into the shocking rise of great divorce, or why couples over 50 are parting ways more than ever before. Whether you're navigating a long-term relationship or just curious, stay with me because this could spark insight to strengthen yours or help you understand why so many don't last. Let's get into it. Before we begin, here's a disclaimer. This video is for information purposes only. If you need legal advice tailored to your specific situation, consult a qualified family law attorney. First of all, what is great divorce anyway? According to Attorney at Law Magazine 2025, great divorce is defined as the dissolution of marriages among individuals aged 50 and above. I don't know about you, but the difficult part to swallow is that this happens often after 20, 30, 40 years together. And do you know what? It isn't just more common than you think. It is a growing reality. It is a frightening reality. Take, for example, a recent BBC report that suggests that adults aged 65 and older are now the only group in the US with a growing divorce rate. And the share of divorce in that group has tripled since 1990s. Yes, you have heard me right. 65 and over. And yes, tripling is a pretty good jump. This raises so many questions. What's behind all this? Why are we seeing so much increase? Why now, after all this time? Remember, divorce often comes after decades of shared history. You've built a life together, created memories, established routines. But let's go back to our initial question. The why. Yes, why is this happening? Well, it's a mix of factors. Let's explore just a few of key drivers. The first one, the silent drift. Let's start with the silent drift that often creeps in. Let's remind ourselves this. Many marriages revolves around kids, school run, family trip. In other words, daily chaos where couples hardly have time to stop and breathe. But when the house empties, when you are in your 50s, it's just the two of you. Suddenly, you notice you've grown into different people. All grudges resurface and you realize conversation feels forced, just like you're chatting to a polite roommate or a neighbor. Take my friend Lisa, for example. She's been married for 29 years, 29 good years. No big arguments. But she confided, she said, he feels like a kind of stranger who drinks his coffee too loudly. We just drifted. She didn't say it, but I really think that for the last 29 years, her husband has always enjoyed his coffee in the same way. So the key question to consider here is, what has changed in Lisa's perception? What changed Lisa's perception? The answer? One word, disconnect. And study confirmed that. The funny thing is, it doesn't happen overnight. It grows with time. And great divorce is significantly sparked by this silent, unnoticed emotional distance. So, quick check-in. Talking about ups and downs of relationship, have you felt that you were more like roommate than soulmate? Please share your answer in the comment section, anonymously if you wish. Here's a twist to hook you. What if hormonal havoc is actually turning up the volume of that drift? Stick around as we connect menopause to this trend. The hormonal roller coaster. Hormone fluctuates during menopause and can flip the script even for solid marriages. Do you remember my friend Lisa? She said she felt like her husband was a stranger because of the way he drank coffee. We established that disconnection was the cause of Lisa's change in perception. However, this may not be completely true if we do not put it through the lenses of menopause. When women hit perimenopause or hit the perimenopause age, usually between mid-40s, late 40s, this brings, we know, hot flashes, mood swings, low energy, and more. That messes everything. And everything here is the key word, including perception, intimacy, patience. These are essential for marriages. A 2022 survey in the UK reveals that 70% of women felt that menopause played a role in their divorce. This finding goes on to show how menopause can bring underlying issues to the surface. Let's assume hormone might lead you to snap at random things like your partner's breathing, for example, or the ceiling fan. And this was probably the case for Lisa. But remember, when you snap at random things, your other half is a bit lost. He doesn't understand what is happening. He wonders if your attitude or your behavior is a signal for him to hug you or hide. That's why they often Google phrases like how to support wife during menopause or what do we do when she snaps, without really knowing where to start. Just to sum up for this part, it is not just about falling out of love. It is a combination of biological chaos and emotional fog. And if left unchecked, this menopause divorce can result in feeling like strangers in the same home. But here is the bottom line. No one warns you about this part. Menopause doesn't create problems, it turns the volume up. What used to be irritation can quietly become isolation. Here's my question to you, ladies and gents. Has menopause or midlife changes brought some confusion in your relationship lately? Please share your comments below. Unfortunately, there are more reasons for marriage breakdown after 50. Let's now look at how money talks and empowers more exit. Financial independence is a game changer, in particular for women. In past generations, economic dependence often left many individuals, but mostly women, feeling trapped in unhappy relationships. But today, with women from the Boomer and the Gen X generations establishing careers, pension, and asset, we are witnessing a profound shift. And this newfound independence offers hope and possibility for healthier and more fulfilled relationships. This may explain why women initiate about 70% of great divorce. A recent survey by Alliance revealed that more than half of married American women worry that getting divorced could harm their retirement plans. Has financial freedom shifted your views on marriage? Drop your comments below. There is another reason for great divorce increase though. Now, longer life means reevaluating the forever. What if forever lasts too long? How long is forever? Think about it. When people are living into their 80s, their 90s, a marriage that started at 20 could run 60 years. And that raises a fundamental question. It's an uncomfortable question. Who signed up for decades of mayhem? This is why midlife brings the following big question. Is this really how I want to spend the rest of my 30 years? With that question comes an issue. Divorce after 50 used to be seen as failure, but not anymore. It is seen, I wouldn't go as far as saying as a brave act. It's being framed as a second act, reinvention, a reset. There is another question that arises linked to the great divorce. Do you think cheating is only a young person problem? If you say yes, I would say think again. Infidelity actually peaks later in life. And the reason might surprise you. Don't go anywhere. Stick with me. Here is where it gets really uncomfortable. Cheating doesn't disappear with age. It moves. Men peaks at around 70s and women in their 60s. You guess it right. This is another reason for great divorce. Cheating is probably due to retirement boredom, a journey through unsolved crises, and yes, dating app unfortunately made it easy. But sometimes it's not cheating at all. It's just emotional drift. One partner wants more life and the other one wants less change. And that gap can turn into loneliness or control. Or for many women, that is the breaking point. And if you think this is only happening to regular people, think again. Even long, successful marriages can quietly unravel without drama, without scandal, just distance. Remember high-profile cases like Bill and Melinda Gates in 2021, splitting after 27 years, or the Gore couples after 40 years? Is proof that this is universal. But here's the reality though. Retirement sounds romantic until you are together all day and every day. Here is the part most people miss. Great divorce may be rising, but so is the ability to prevent it. Prevention is key. Here are a few tips I'm going to share with you for that purpose, for prevention. Talking early about even the little things can lead to great outcomes. Having therapy session before a crisis works well as well. Planning retirement together allow more connection and protect your bond. But here is the best part. Small moment of kindness can still reset decades of distance. If you're over 50 and happily married, people need your wisdom. Please share. If you've been through great divorce, someone watching this video needs your honesty. Drop it in the comment. Let's wrap everything up. Great divorce isn't about giving up. It's often about realizing life is too short, even at 60, to live disconnected. This isn't always an ending. Sometimes it is a remix. And sometimes choosing each other again looks different, but it still counts.